We're hearing POS users in Lagos will pay more in transaction charges. Thank God I live in a good state, you know.
Nice one. Okay. This association.
All these associations.
Like association in this country. The amalgamation of something association. Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria, Lagos chapter. Increasing. So right now between less than 5,000 and below is 100 naira. 10,000 is 200 naira, and multiple of 500 naira, you add 100 naira to it. But now it's like it's changing entirely. So right now 1,000 to 2,400 naira, 2,005 to 4,200 naira, stuff like that. That's for withdrawal. Deposits and transfers, almost the same thing. So 4,900 naira, 1,000 naira to 4,900 naira is 100 naira, and then from 5,000 to 10,900 naira, 200 naira. So yes, there is that. And then I think yesterday again, the
Federal Competition Consumer Protection Commission
they can't do that. Okay, now before I go into why the POS guys are probably doing that, why the Federal Commission might not be able to do that is, so the banking, for instance, there is the guideline that says this is how much you have to charge for bank transfers, but then the bank can do less, but you can't do above. So which is why you see new banks allowing you to do fee transfers. But if you are doing commercial banks, they charge you between, I think the least is 10, is it 5 naira or 10 naira for transfers, depending on the volume of the transfer you are doing. So that's that. So now that these guys, just that because they are not maybe a government agency, could be the reason why the protection Consumer Protection Commission is saying they can't do that. And the reason why I think the Lagos chapter of the Association of POS agents are doing this is, one, Lagos has the highest share of POS agents, over 200. Like 21% of POS in Nigeria are in Lagos.
Mad.
So that's like 1 in every 5 POS agents are in Lagos. So like they have the
numbers. Like
yes, we have the numbers. we can do it. Yes, that's that. So and then easy, that's number one. Then number two, it can be replicated across the country, because one, they are the first points of call for most people. For some people, maybe not most. On your street, probably have 1 or 2. Before you walk 2-3 streets, you have like 4 or 5 POS agents. Yeah. But to get to the nearest branch of a commercial bank, if you are not living in
an urban area,
you're not
even living in Lagos.
So in my own place now, like there are like a couple, 4 or 5 banks in walking distance to my place.
Okay.
But someone living in, say, I don't mention any. Yeah, Emmanuel is, I don't think there is.
There's no bank in my area.
There's no, even in your estate, is there a bank in your estate?
No bank. Just ATM machine that doesn't work most of the time.
It's not surprising now.
So they have that proximity, but you have POS guys lined up. So that proximity to customers, you can just wake up and then you walk max to the second street and you make withdrawals. So they have that like advantage. But then saying that yes, you have to charge this, except if you are telling me that what they are currently doing is not sustainable, that they are not making enough money from it.
So
go on. I just want to say I disagree that they're not making enough.
No, I said except if they said they don't want to.
So my own issue is I don't see the point of all these unions that all these people are forming. So the ride lane, for instance.
I said, we like
All the
association.
strikes they've ever gone on. Yeah. All the strikes they've ever gone on. No. I've booked a ride on those days, and I've entered, and I've gone to where I'm going, and I've come back with a ride. So all these, so I just look at the charges here now. I withdrew from POS this morning, and
they seized the old rate. So, it also be, so yes, they said they have a connection with the Nigerian police, which they will use
to enforce
it.
And
they are also going to set up a task force or a committee that will go around.
They want to politicize a business.
It's even now sounding very odd at that point. It's a
business. They're private businesses.
Like
it's not fuel. It's not petrol. And petrol now is even deregulated to some extent. So it's just like going around all the banks and say if you are not charging 35 naira for transfer, they will arrest you or force you. You can't.
How do we all this union? How do we even know that the union is speaking the mind of
all the agents? Because
in most cases they are not. So I have an agenda. I just like to wake up tomorrow now and create a union of.
No, so sometimes
podcast hosts.
So sometimes
or journalists. Okay, so there is the Nigerian Union of Journalists, and there are several other union associations of journalists in the country.
Is there
Tech Writers Association?
Yes, Tech Writers Association.
They not coming.
Like, so there is the Nigerian Union of Journalists. So then there are other associations. Yeah, of course.
Is there anything that's not about association?
The Constitution guarantees freedom of association. So you can just wake up tomorrow and create an association.
So this is the issue I have with that freedom of association thing. When a group of people, let's say we want to unionize in Tech Point now. I'm not saying we will.
Right. I was listening to you.
We will, please. So let's say we want to unionize in Tech Point now. I bring the three of you to join.
I'm not joining you.
Wait first. Wait, let's say I bring the three of you. How does it work that I will not start say I want to force Chingozirim to join? I want to force Onome to join. See, it's freedom of association, right? They should be able to choose if they should join or not.
Yeah. So
most union is you must join, you must pay levy.
So the excuse is we are doing this for the benefit of all, and you have to be part of it to benefit from it. Take the NURTW for instance. They will just park your buses on the road, whether they belong to the association and collect charges. The drivers might not be a member of the association.
I see that one as Lagos State tax, honestly.
No, that's across the country.
I'm actually starting to think it's legal, because if you are forcing me to join your union, you should not be able to force someone to join your union.
This is not work that way.
You should not be able to force me to charge like it's my business. I don't know. Did you buy the POS for me? I just standing under the sun, and you not tell me.
So there are systems where these unions work, right? Where you know that if you're entering this market, if you don't join this union, you're not going to sell. Nobody's going to force you.
If they do it like that, yes.
If it's that, then it makes sense, right? You see it in some of all these markets.
Should they even do that?
No, that's the way they create a kind of
extreme.
Some of all these markets in Lagos, like Yaba, Balogun, you will see a group of. If you price in all their stores, it's the same price. They won't go below a certain price, and they all communicate with each other, talk to each other. So yeah, I get that it's extreme, but what can we do? What can we say? So let's move on. All right.